New York City waking up to independence.
That's right. A beautiful day.
Yeah, beautiful day. Happy holiday weekend. Welcome to the early show. I'm Rebecca Jarvis.
And I'm Russ Mitchell. A lot of news today, but it's the holiday weekend. Going to have some fun as well. As you mentioned, we have our second annual Taste of America today.
All the way to everyone right now. So you really do have to stick around. But I can guarantee you there's something from a lot of big cities across the country, and there's really something for everyone here this morning.
It's all good.
First, we want to get down to the brass tacks, though. The breaking news, the former head of the International Monetary Fund is free to go anywhere he wants this morning as long as he stays in the U.S. A judge Friday released Dominique Strauss-Kahn from house arrest after prosecutors admitted there are problems with the rape case against him. Sean Hennessy of WCBS here in New York joins us with more. Sean, good morning. Lenny Hostin, thanks so much for joining us. We always appreciate it.
Thanks.
And now here's Russ.
Okay, Rebecca, thank you very much.
For more than 6 months, and a lot of people have been.
Well, it's a good point. We'll end it there. Christia Freeland, thanks as always for being with us. We appreciate
Great pleasure.
it. And now let's go to CBS News correspondent Elaine Quijano, who's at the news desk for the rest of this morning.
It looks really good, doesn't it?
It smells really good, too.
Yeah.
Smelled it on the way up here to the studio.
Favorite foods on the 4th of July?
Traditional hamburger, hot dog, yeah.
Look at that, because you know, I knew we were going to be chatting about this, so I actually Googled traditional 4th of July foods. I wondered, hey, is there, and it's hamburger, hot dogs, pasta salad, watermelon, and lemonade. It's basically a big old picnic.
Yeah, it's great.
That's the American way.
Yeah, it is.
You know what? Yeah, hot dogs and hamburgers. I think I can say this on TV. My ritual used to be every 4th of July to drink a Budweiser because it seemed like an American thing to do.
From St. Louis.
And as a kid, I remember like our next door neighbor.
I remember drinking Budweiser.
No, I wasn't going there. Our next door neighbor would grill it, have a big party over it, and the smell of this Budweiser would, you know, and as an adult, I used to do that once.
There must have been a lot of Budweiser then if you could really smell it.
Well, there was a lot of Budweiser there, but I didn't have any. I was much too young. You, Rebecca Jarvis?
Miller Lite, actually. No, I'm just kidding. I actually, one of the problems I have when you go to a barbecue, I always fill up on all the stuff that's sitting out first. So I'll eat the chips and guacamole, the hummus and pita, but I do love a good hamburger. Well seasoned, good hamburgers, Chicago-style hot dogs.
Which we have today.
Huge favorite. And barbecue.
Oh,
Barbecue.
Just, you know, just get the charcoal going. And, you know, put anything on there.
Some sort of
Even
fire.
veggies. Veggies grilled in the barbecue are better than just regular veggies, I think.
Well, today again we have barbecue. We have the Chicago-style hot dogs. We have key lime pie. We have crab cakes.
Keep going.
Rebecca Jarvis is going to try every wine there is.
From California. Just from California, so it's not really that.
You don't want to miss that. That's always a lot of fun.
Knives, we have forks, we have wine glasses.
You'll get to try some too, don't worry. I won't drink it all.
And it's all coming up in just a few. Don't go away. We're coming back.
How much of this wine actually are you going to be drinking?
3 college students,
We begin our second annual Taste of America Food Festival here at the Early Show with a look at what triggers our hunger, what makes us crave what we crave. Here to break down the science behind the things that make our mouths water is Frances Largeman-Roth, Senior Food and Nutrition Editor of Health Magazine. Always great to have you with us, Frances.
Oh, thanks so much, Rebecca.
And you picked a great day to be here because there's just hunger triggers, it feels like, everywhere. You smell smell what's going on out here on the plaza, and immediately your brain says, I'm hungry, I want some. But what's the science behind that?
There's a lot of delicious food around here. So about 200 times a day, we have to fight off cravings. And, you know, things come in from TV, from magazines we look at, smells of food. And so basically, it's a connection between our eyes and our hypothalamus, and that creates a craving.
It creates a craving, and it's all of these sort of exterior things taking place around us.
Right.
Internally, there's also things that can create cravings. For example, exhaustion, fatigue sometimes, or stress can create a craving.
Also, alcohol intake, dehydration. Sometimes we confuse dehydration with true hunger. And then the sight and smell of food. And basically, for the 4th of July, we have many of these things going on. The alcohol, the lack of sleep, and the sight and smell of food. So, but there are things you can do to combat those triggers.
Like what, Frances?
Well, you can turn your kitchen into a skinny kitchen, and the #1 thing you want to do is to adjust your lighting.
Interesting.
Super bright light, like what you might find in a fast food restaurant, makes you eat really fast. And of course, when we eat quickly, we eat more. And then really dim lighting, like in a romantic restaurant, lowers your inhibitions, and so you eat more, you drink more. So you want to go with about a 60 to 75 watt bulb.
A 60 to 75 watt bulb. So if you're eating outside this weekend at a barbecue, is that going to help?
Well, you can't really control that. But what you could control at a barbecue is the size of the plate you take. So go for the smaller one versus a really huge 10 or 12 inch, because you're basically going going to eat everything on your plate. The bigger the plate, the more food you're going to put on it. And the same is true for cutlery. So downsize your forks and your spoons at home. And something that I actually do is I use a tiny little demi-tasse spoon. When I eat my ice cream, I put it in a little bowl, and then it makes it last forever. So you can play these little tricks on yourself, and they actually work.
They actually do work. So let's say you do have the hunger cravings. Maybe it's this weekend you have the hunger cravings. How do you still find a way to manage your way through them?
Well, you know, it's summer, and these are seasonal favorites. There's no reason why you shouldn't be sampling these delicious foods. But, you know, keep everything in check. Think about your serving size. Think about whether you're truly hungry when you're eating them. And, you know, just enjoy, but keep it reasonable, and go easy on the alcohol.
Okay, I've also heard in terms of what you drink, if you drink more water, all of a sudden that's going to fill your stomach up a little bit, so maybe you'll eat a little bit of less of the high caloric foods.
That's right.
What are some foods you would recommend people eat this weekend to sort of counteract and counterbalance some of the other items they'll definitely be enjoying?
Well, any low-calorie vegetables. So snacking, especially if you're a nervous snacker, which some people are, the low-calorie foods, cucumber slices, jicama sticks, any kind of raw peppers, carrots, anything like that, and that'll help fill you up so that you have less room for the really, really rich stuff.
Frances Largeman-Roth, as always, have a great weekend. Enjoy the 4th of July.
Much. You too.
Congratulations again. I know you're expecting.
Yes.
Enjoy. All
I've
right.
been having cravings.
Yeah, exactly. Pregnant cravings. Now here's Russ. Hey, Russ.
Thank you, Rebecca. Up next, we're going to begin our culinary trip around the nation with a trip to Rhode Island for some of the best clam chowder you've ever had. The best you've ever had, right?
The best I've ever had.
All right. Best he's ever had. You're watching A Taste of America, and this is The Early Show on CBS.
Britain's Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, better known as Prince William and wife Kate, they are in Canada to celebrate.
America coming up. I don't think Pippa's with him.
No, Pippa's not with them.
Yeah.
I know
she doesn't
that's
travel.
a big...
She doesn't travel with them, just for the heck of it. No, I guess.
Well, she doesn't want to steal attention from Kate, probably.
I see. I see.
Or something like that.
That's right. Victoria Arbiter's going to be our pal to talk about all the royal stuff. I wonder how that's going to be like for them, because I guess Kate has never been to North America before.
Yeah, this is her first trip here. One thing I think is interesting on these junkets, they're on camera all the time, and they still manage to look good no matter what.
Yeah, no, they've got the whole thing down. It's working well.
You've got it down too.
I'm trying. There's some of you, your local news is next. The rest of you, stick around. You're watching The Early Show on CBS.
Never looking back again.
And we're back with Victoria Arbiter.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning. Very well, thank you.
You know what? We're going to talk about this later, but I was watching a show yesterday, and I guess Kate had the same dress on that she had worn once before. Is that true?
That is true.
Is that...
In fact, we've had 2 dresses recycled on this trip already. Yeah,
wow.
she was
Is that a fashion faux pas? I think that's embracing the economy. The fact that, hello, we're kind of reeling from recession.
Well, it's something, it's actually not a foreign thing to do for the royals. You know, Princess Anne has been recycling dresses for years, and we've also saw Diana recycled a number of her outfits, especially on her Australia trip in 1983. She recycled 3 dresses that trip. So I think it's just we live in a day and age now where a celebrity can't possibly be seen in the same dress more than once.
Speaking of being seen in the same dress.
I know, right?
That was kind of fun.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, my. Wow, is that a mirror?
Oh, wow,
Seriously,
look at
Looks
that.
like a mirror.
Do you know, I've got a good Texas mother-in-law who likes to notice hair and makeup and fashion, and she called and told me we look like CBS bookends.
That is something.
Well, actually, look at the color that Elaine's got on today. And
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, yes.
you miss it.
Gee.
It's like the Patty Duke show.
I was telling Victoria ahead of today's show that we needed to tweet each other to make sure that we're not wearing the exact same outfit.
I did not get that
ahead of the
memo.
show.
Yeah, I know,
I didn't
right?
get that tweet, so.
Hey,
Next
Russ
time.
and I get a conversation in about 11:30 at night. What are you wearing tomorrow?
Exactly.
But see how nicely coordinated you are as well with
Yes,
your
You know, this-
car.
that's because we talked.
That's
11:30
right,
the night before.
Yeah. There we go.
Something like that.
Late on the phone, the
Late,
two
very
of you.
late, very
so,
late.
Lonnie, what do you...
We're going to talk royals in just a few. We didn't wear the same thing today, so it's all good.
It's all good, Jen.
All right.
We'll be fine.
We're coming back.